So I'm in a dark room again because the saddest thing that I have yet encountered in my life has happened. And logistically, I knew it was going to happen, but I wasn't ready for it to happen now. So back in September, I made a video saying that my mom was diagnosed with uterine cancer that was already stage 4 and had spread to her lungs and her lymph nodes. When they diagnosed her, it was already there. She did 6 rounds of chemo at 76 years old, and also was dealing with a hernia in her right abdomen groin area and a crack in her pelvis. Her first round of chemo was on Halloween, and then she did another one 3 weeks later, and we thought it was working because prior to starting chemo, she could not walk without being assisted. I had to hold her up on her right side like a human crutch. Had to help her in and out of the car. I had to help her in and out of her shoes, in and out of her clothes, the whole 9 yards. I always knew that was going to be my job because I'm the oldest daughter. And I'm the most hardy. I'm the fattest. I'm the tallest. I'm the strongest. And I was okay with that because this is my mother. And I would do anything to help my mother not be in pain. And I knew my little sister wasn't going to be able to do it. My sister-in-law wasn't going to be able to do it. And my brother wasn't going to be able to do it. That just left me. It's fine. It's my mother. She did so good with chemo. She didn't have any of reactions that you normally hear about. She didn't throw up. She didn't rapidly lose weight due to throwing up. In February, she did her last round of chemo on the 13th of February. On the 18th of February, we saw her oncologist, and he told us that her numbers looked good, and he wanted her to rest her body, gain some weight, and that she was going to have to do more chemo, but possibly she could do a different kind of chemo. He wanted her to have an echograph and another CAT scan to see if her body could handle more chemo and if her heart was strong enough. And he told her that there was an easier kind of chemo that's not so hard on your body. So that was our plan. That was our plan. There was some kind of confusion about if she needed to do more chemo or not. And we had another appointment on the 6th of March, which we thought was going to be for chemo. But it turned out that she'd already done 6 rounds. And so we just ended up having another consult. And she'd already had the CT scan for the consult on the 6th of March. And when we got there, the doctor told us that her numbers didn't look good, and he didn't know why. He hooked her up to a machine where she usually got chemo, and he gave her fluids because he didn't like how weak she was. She again could barely walk. Even with a walker and help, she could barely walk. He told her again to go home and rest, and after she got the echo heart graph, he would schedule her chemo to begin again. So that was our plan. It didn't work out that way. Mom had a stroke and a brain bleed. It's officially called a brain bleed. And what it actually is a stroke. And she had the stroke because of she had a mass on her brain, on her right frontal lobe. And because of her dementia, which escalated during this whole process, she couldn't tell us. And to cut to the chase, Mom lost her battle. Very short, very intense battle with cancer on the 10th of April. She spent a week in a trauma hospital after being airlifted there from our city hospital. She came home and was on home hospice for a week. She came home on a Wednesday and she died the next Thursday. I was with her 24 hours a day. I did not leave her for more than 20 minutes at a time. I slept on a love seat next to her hospital bed, waking up every 45 minutes to shine a flashlight on her and see if she was still breathing. The morning that she died, I left her once to do the dishes from dinner the night before, once to straighten up and put away some laundry, and the third time I left her was to wash my hair in the sink, in the kitchen sink, and she took that opportunity to leave us. Now, logistically, I know that my mother is no longer in pain. She's with my younger brother, who we lost in 92 when he was stillborn. She's with my great nieces, two great nieces that were also lost to stillborn births. She's with her 3 sisters, her brother, my grandmother, and the never babies that I had. At least 5. um, that I know of. So I know she's not alone, and I know that the people that she left behind are the ones in pain now. And logistically, I knew I was going to outlive my mother. I know I'm probably going to outlive both of my siblings, and possibly my sister-in-law. I understand that. I just wasn't ready for it. And honestly, I'm 52 years old. I wouldn't have been ready for it if I was 70. By the time Mom died, she had cancer of the uterus, in her lungs, in her lymph nodes, in her brain, and cervical cancer. And this all could have been prevented if my mother had just gotten female wellness checkups. My mother had not been to a gynecologist since my little sister was born in 1984. She didn't go to a gynecologist when she was pregnant with my brother. He choked on his cord being delivered. He choked on his cord before he was delivered. That's what sparked his delivery. It wasn't not going to the doctor, but it certainly didn't help. And I don't know if anybody's listening to these videos. I don't know if any females. I don't know. But uterine cancer is 100% treatable if they catch it. If they don't catch it, you stand a better than 50% chance of dying. So go see a doctor. And I want everybody to know the person that saved me from going absolutely insane these past 6 months is the boy that broke my heart in high school. He was the one calling me every day, asking me, "How's Mom? What can I do to help you? All I can do is listen to you, but I'm here to help you." And I will forever love him for it. We aren't together. We aren't a couple. He wants his cake and eat it too. But I will forever love him for helping me hold on while I was losing my mom. And I don't know if anybody understands that. And I have told him, but I want to say it where strangers can hear it. I love you for that, Rick. Thank you for that. Thank you for keeping me grounded. And thank you for letting me grieve and just listening to me. I will forever love you for it. And I also want the internet to know I have a bonus sister. Her name is Angela. She is the little sister of a boy that I briefly dated when I was 17, 18 years old. I have never met her in person. But the thing that we share in common is we both love her brother. And we have bonded over that. I call her my bonus sister, and she too has kept me grounded and was a friend and an angel when I needed one. And I have also told her, but again, I want to say where strangers can hear it. Thank you, Angela. Thank you for being a friend to me. Thank you for trying to be a positive force. I will be forever grateful. I love you, Mom, and I will miss you for the rest of my life.